Brunner, and we are here. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. This is Rachel's book launch. We are so excited. We have special guests here. Listen, first of all, as we get started today, here's what I would love for you to do. We already have people saying, I'm watching, and all kinds of good stuff. But here's what I want you to do, folks. I want you to tell us where you're from and tell us what platform you're watching this on, because we have a lot of moving pieces, a lot of guests. This thing is going out all over the world, and we are going to just honor Rachel today. I'll share a little bit about that in a moment. But again, go ahead and post where you're watching this from and your name. And I already see people jumping in. We have Tampa Bay, Florida. I love this. This is perfect. Tara from Ontario, Canada. Listen, okay, great. Sounds like everyone's having a blast here. We are going to, first of all, set the stage, and then we're going to bring in some special guests, some street team members. But here's the number one thing you can do right now. The number one thing you can do is we're going to give away prizes to the most engaged member. And what that means is that the person who tags the people the most, the person who shares it, who comments. Our teams are all over the place, all over the world. In fact, Rachel is in Times Square right now, not literally, but all day she's in Times Square being featured on the big bright lights. So first of all, wow, look at all these people. Amazing. We got YouTube, Elizabeth, Patty, we have Erica, we have Carl, we have Melissa on, oh my gosh, LinkedIn. Wow. So this place is blowing up. And it says 39 people, but here's what I know. That's just one platform. And so we have actually probably 8 or 9 different platforms. So the combined traffic right now is probably in the hundreds. Thank you so much for joining. Folks, Rachel is somebody who's very dear to me. She's very dear to all of us. And I think the reason why is because she is unfiltered. She is someone who lives with authenticity. And first of all, a big congratulations to Rachel and Paul, her husband. Also to Kellyanne. Kellyanne has been leading the business in Rachel's absence. And folks, let me tell you what, let's applaud Rachel right now, because Rachel went on record live to say back in August, I'm struggling with my mental health at the moment. And who does that, first of all? Most people, they hide. Most people, they lie. Most people, they are not authentic. Rachel, on the biggest day of her life right now during her book launch, guess what she's doing? She's taking care of herself. And I think, first of all, as a society, that is something that we don't see very often. She is, in fact, embodying the unfiltered message, even now, as she's taking care of herself. So I just want to commend Hay House, her publisher. In fact, folks, if you can just tag Hay House and say, Hay House, you're amazing. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of publishers, here's what they would have done. They would have said, you're done, and this book's done. Hay House said, listen, we're celebrating you, Rachel, for your courage and your bravery. So Reed Tracy, Patty Gift, Lindsay, the whole team at Hay House, huge congrats to you. Now, here's what we're going to do special. We are going to give away some bonuses. In fact, Becky, get ready, because I don't even know what all the bonuses are, but I know that there's a bonus page, and she has put in there hundreds of dollars worth of business building tips, tools, and tricks that people get just for submitting their receipt. I'm going to take it to Amazon really quick, and then we're going to bring on some of the street team. And the street team has done an amazing job. Oh my gosh, they came together and have done incredible things. Right now, Rachel on Amazon is already the #1 new release. I checked this morning in different categories. It changes per hour, but I'm going to show you right now the Amazon page. And here's what we can do for Rachel right now. We can actually do an Amazon review. The world needs to know about this book. I have 2 daughters, and my daughters are teenagers, and they have the pressure every day of living the filtered life, where you basically say, look, I'm not going to be real. I'm going to hide. I'm going to be somebody who depends on a filter physically or metaphorically to make it through life. And Rachel's somebody who said, I'm not doing that. Um, Let me just read a little bit about her back cover copy, and then we'll hear from some of the team. It says, get fired up to launch a business, creative project, or side hustle and build your dreams on your own terms with unconventional wisdom from the queen of social media. We know Rachel's story back in 2013. Folks, that's less than 10 years ago. She was a single mom, fresh off food stamps, struggling to get her life on track. 3 years later, she left her 9 to 5 and launched a consulting business with her husband. Today, she's the founder and CEO of 2 multi-million-dollar companies and an expert in every aspect of social media. Some of you met her on TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Today, she's the founder. Oh, here we go. She didn't get there by following somebody else's rules. Folks, Rachel has been told her whole life, stop doing that or do this. And she said, no, I'm going to follow my North Star, and I'm going to be who I believe God's calling me to be. Using personal stories that both instruct and inspire, Unfiltered shares the lessons Rachel has learned on her incredible journey from welfare to millions and gives you a new way to think about what success can look like. Here's what you're going to get when you get this book. By the way, audio, ebook, hardcover, whatever. And we have incredible bonuses you're going to learn about in a moment. Readers will find practical strategies for starting in business and building a business, including savvy guidelines for using social media marketing. And you do, by the way. In this book, I've read every single page. I'm like, ooh, I can tweak that. I can apply that. It's fantastic. Essential practices that you can't take for granted. Folks, one of the things she told me was how to have relationships that are friends, but also with business. How do you create boundaries? How do you create boundaries when you work with your spouse? I mean, all that stuff is in this book. Advice for hanging on when your entrepreneurship journey becomes an emotional roller coaster, and a roadmap for finding your own way to get ahead without sacrificing what matters most. Let's bring on her friends and launch team, Stephanie, Becky, and Teresa. How you doing, my friends?
Doing good. I actually just got an Amazon alert that my book is 3 stops away. So I may get my book while I'm on the live.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. And listen, even the book cover, I was there in the meetings when her publisher was like, I don't think so. And yet Rachel shared, I'll never forget this. She said, I just know this is the book cover. I know this is the book cover. I have to do this book cover. And so she wrote the CEO and she said, listen, here's what's on my heart. I got to just say a big shout out to Reed Tracy and Patty because they heard the vision. I mean, Stephanie, I'll start with you. Is this a crazy book cover? Is this unbelievable? What do you think about
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I think Rachel proved the concept on TikTok first of posting that headshot and it going viral and getting the feedback. I mean, it's brilliant marketing. So everyone that's on this street team are all marketers
Yeah.
because there's no neutral opinion. Like you're either going to love it or you're going to like have strong feelings about it. But for women who have gone through those experiences, or even just people who may not feel comfortable in their body or feel like they can't show up on social media because they don't look a certain way or their body's not a certain way, like it just destroyed all of that, those false beliefs for everybody, and showed like she shows up, she has been prominent on social media, and she looks this way, and it's beautiful, and it should be celebrated, and it should be seen instead of covered. And I think that is what it showed. And I think the cool thing about working on the street team is I've met a lot of people that I didn't know, but were so impacted by that image.
Oh yeah.
Not because they're a mom, not because they like had a baby and they have the same stomach, but just because they felt like their appearance or how they looked it wasn't good enough to show up. And
Yes.
it's not true. And that's not
Yes.
true. And I think
Yes.
that book breaks a lot of those barriers. And I can't wait to walk into a store and actually see it so that I know other people are forced to have to look at it because it's worth putting out there.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. I mean, my wife's a counselor. I'm in her counseling room at the moment, but there's people every day, young women, that are literally taking their own lives because they say, I can't perform to perfection. And
Oh, yeah.
right? I mean, this book is not only what's inside the book is life changing, but what's outside the book. And then I'm going to go to Teresa and we're going to come back to here. But Teresa, what do you think, even from the fact that Rachel is at the moment saying, my mental health is so important to my family, my business, that I even need to step back from my own book launch? I mean, what about that?
It's really powerful, and we don't talk enough about mental health. Actually, people are talking more nowadays, but still there is so much stigma. Still, and especially in different cultures. I'm from Brazil, and in the other cultures, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, maybe it's Amazon. I see the truck here.
Go listen.
No,
You
no,
want
let
to
me
go? You
continue.
want to
Let
go
me
check your
continue
book?
here. Okay.
Are we going to have an unboxing as we speak?
Yeah. Well, yes. So anyway, we don't talk much. We are stigmatized, and as moms, it's like, oh my God, you are not supposed. How can you be a fit mom, well fit to care for your family if you're dealing with mental health? So
Mm,
we would never even mention. We just keep it undercover, and I've struggled with it since teenager years, which was a long, long, long time ago. And I wish I had somebody saying that back then. I
mm,
wish I had seen this book cover with this woman sharing that it's okay, that you can still be you and be successful as you are, and you are enough. It would have changed my life. I can't stop thinking. I love my journey, I love my life, but this would have changed things in such an incredible way
yeah,
that I am so happy that people are able to see this right now and hear this right now.
absolutely.
It's a pivotal moment. It's a transformation that our, the next this generation deserves, that we deserve. We have to see it happening.
I
So
love
it's
it.
very powerful and strong and amazing. It blows my mind when she just started talking about it. I'm like, yes, wow, thank you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and we haven't even talked about what's inside the book yet.
Yes,
And what's inside the book, I love how she broke it down into purpose, presence, progress and profit, and passion and perseverance. This is a handbook for how to help any business be seen and be heard in a way that's authentic and not in a way that's fake. So thank you. We'll come back to you as well. Becky, you, my friend, have stepped up along with some other people, but you have stepped up to be the community manager. Your heart is gold. And why did you say yes in Rachel's moment of need? And I think it's probably the same answer of why all these people all over the live streams, all over the world right now, hundreds of people are here. But Becky, talk to us. Why did you say yes?
I mean, I love Rachel, so and she's done so much for me. Just being my mentor, just personally in my life and business. So and then everything she's going through right now. Um, I'm gonna try not to cry because I have a 20-year-old that
Mm,
is. It's kind of crazy. She's always kind of reminding me of Rachel in a way,
mm,
and she's at college right now, and she's struggling,
mm.
and so it's it's just getting the word out for mental health, mental illness, like everything, because it's just so prevalent these days and everything, and
Mhm.
um it's my way of giving back too. Like, there's no way I would have said no
Yes.
anyway. It's
Yeah.
like when she said, "Okay, Becky, you're gonna head this and do this." Okay, I'm here. I'll do it. So yeah.
Good. It's so good. Talk
Mhm.
to us, because I know people are here not only because Rachel's amazing, but the book is actually incredible as well.
Mhm.
So, what are those bonuses again? The Unfiltered book. Where do we go to submit our bonuses? Is it?
It's the unfilteredbook.com.
Ooh, that's great. Okay, I'm going to show everyone here. So, people basically are not only going to get an incredible book, audio, ebook, hardcover,
Mhm.
softcover, but when they go to the unfilteredbook.com, I'm looking there right now, super impressed with this site.
Yeah.
I think Tom, just everybody on the team has done amazing. But I'm going to go to that website really quick here and show people. So, amazing trailer. I think everyone needs to see this.
Oh yeah, it's fire.
It- it's so incredible. And you can just see the span of people that she has impacted. By the way, oh my gosh, the docu-series. If people
Oh
could
my
drop in
gosh.
if people could drop in the links, um, if our team can, but if you go on YouTube and Rachel's channel, the docu-series, 6 episodes, unbelievable. But people purchase the book, any version, any place, name, email, order number, access the bonuses. When they do that, they get the list building party. And I know these things have been sold for hundreds of dollars in the past,
Mhm.
but they're going to get the list building party. They're going to get Rachel's YouTube Academy, someone who has over 100,000 subscribers. She's going to get 10 days to 1K. So, you invest. What is the audiobook right now? The audiobook is $7, folks. The Kindle is $10. The hardcover is $24. It's gold. It's amazing. But as they do this, and I see somebody just got the bonus right now, breakthrough sales bundle, ultimate copywriting booster, access the bonuses. Oh my gosh, there's more. The elite Facebook. I mean, oh my gosh, this is like what some masterminds charge for 10K, and you're getting this just by simply buying the book. The ultimate brand messaging bundle, group monetization. Hey, Becky, there's you. And you are tremendous. Oh my gosh, Becky did a miracle for us in our business. So reach out to Becky if you need anything. Becky, what's your website, by the way?
It's BeckySamuels.com.
BeckySamuels.com.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I'm coming to you next. How to make money finding your customers, the ultimate email marketing bundle, ultimate TikTok starter kits, all these bonuses by simply getting one copy. Unbelievable. So I'm blown away. I would love for people to share what Rachel's meant for them. Rachel, trust me, knowing Rachel, she will go back and read every single comment. So please, please, please say something about Rachel. Tag a friend who needs to know about the cover in the book. Stephanie, let's come to you now, my friend.
Yeah.
Why did you say yes to be part of this team? You can tell a Rachel story. You can talk about reading something in the book that meant something to you. And by the way, folks, as you're doing this, Rachel needs Amazon reviews. If you have followed Rachel over the last 1 year to 1 month, you know the content she's producing. People sometimes say, well, I can't give an Amazon review because I haven't read the whole book. Really? Can you recommend a restaurant even though you haven't eaten every dish in the restaurant? Yes, you can. You can rate the experience that you had with that dish. We've all been able to consume Rachel's content. We can all comment on the value she provides. What do you got, Stephanie?
Yeah, so for me, I am part of Rachel's mentorship program, and that's how we first met, but we started a friendship. And I really heard stories from her of her going out as a, large creator on social media, a two-figure, she has 2 businesses that are multiple 7 figures. So she's, mega entrepreneur, and she would go out and have these interactions with people who would second guess her or would question her, or
Yeah.
and she would come up against all these things, and she would get bad advice sometimes. Like, she would always share with me very vulnerably, like, all of the
Mm.
failures or the hard things as well as the good things. And I just love that she put that in this book, and I got an advanced copy of the book, so I got to kind of see how
Yes.
unfiltered she really was. Yes,
Oh my gosh.
and
You remember the part about the Mrs. Winner's chicken dinner?
yeah,
And
I
the
didn't even
the
know that story,
neither
so
did
I was
I. It was a
excited.
massive fail, but she shared it.
Massive, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how she starts the book, so that's what you all can get in store. She starts the book with a massive failure that she hasn't really talked about on social media, so it is like, you have to get the book to know the story. And so when she asked me to help, I said, "Absolutely, I this aligns with who I am and my values of being honest, being transparent about how difficult business is, how difficult it is to manage all the things, especially for her being a mom and then running two businesses. And, this is just the best book I've read in terms of being honest about what an entrepreneur life is like for a
Yes.
woman specifically. And it's extremely tangible. So that's what I also made me excited to sign up is when you read the book, every chapter has like homework at the end. It's not insane. It's very short, like
Yeah.
tangible steps. And then
Yeah.
she, as someone who has seen all her trainings, and Teresa and Becky as well can attest to this, she put her best stuff in this book.
Yeah.
Like the best trainings that she's told, like she tells us all the time to go back to, she put in the book. And so there was no way I couldn't not help. Like, I had to help because everyone needs a copy of this, because there's so many other books that are fluffy or not tangible, and this is so practical, but also honest and vulnerable. And so it's just a
So good.
beautiful creation that she has created and deserves to be spread, across across the world, really.
Yeah. Yeah. You have Amy from the Philippines, agreeing with your
Yay.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have London in the house. I just saw
amazing.
London. Jezzy. Um, folks, tell us where you're from. I mean, we are global. Rachel's on the Times
Mhm.
Square all day long. Um, I've been told that she has a fighting chance at breaking Wall Street Journal, USA Today bestseller, just based upon pre-sales. Folks,
Yay.
this is amazing. I think this is starting a revolution. Um, I'm going to now ask Teresa, talk to us, my friend. Why do we even have the UK, Veronica? I'm telling you, Australia. Oh my gosh. Georgia. I mean, again, global, worldwide. And by the way, thank you so much. Some of you tagged Hay House, Nancy. Please do that because, folks, I'm telling you, Hay House did something unheard of. Hay House said, look, we are backing you as an author. We are going to stand by you in your mental health journey. And as a publisher myself, I just know that that's really rare. So please reach out and tag and just thank them because this is precedent setting. So Teresa, what about you?
Well, I just had to participate in, the street team. I've never participated in such a thing in my life. But the reason is, number one, looking at the book, I do know that people need this. I needed this. I wish my mother, when she was alive, had seen this book.
Mhm.
This would have been life changing. I wish my sisters had seen this book years ago.
Mhm.
So that was just like, okay, I need to show up for her. Now, I've known Rachel for about 5 years. She has been a very powerful presence in my business journey. I succeeded and I grew and I reached things that I never dreamed of
Mm,
after learning from her.
mm.
So, after being a part of her group, of her membership, so knowing how she teaches and knowing how she shows up and she presents herself, and in these 5 years, all I've seen is the real Rachel. She opened up, those are my victories, those are my failures, and this is what I've learned. And it's okay for you to be like you are, and it's okay for you to be who you are. Think about this. I am an immigrant. I grew up thinking that I had to look a certain way, talk a certain way, be a certain way that I wasn't if I ever wanted to succeed.
Wow.
Eventually, 20 years ago, I came to the US. I have an accent. I'm not from here. I don't look like everyone. You know, those things hold you back. And eventually you are in this online world.
Yes.
And all of the fears, I remember over 3 years ago when I realized it's okay to have an accent. And that was because I was with Rachel and with her group, in her mastermind group, and somebody said, it's okay, it's fine. And I'm like, really? Can you guys understand? Don't I have to change everything? No, you don't. That
Wow.
yeah, that moment changed. I teach, I have a course, I am online, I show up, and I'm not afraid. And I don't care if I make a mistake. And I don't
Yes.
care if I speak different. And I don't care if somebody says, oh, this is how you say that. Yes, that's how I say that.
That's so
So
good.
it's my value that matters. And I've got this from this woman
Wow.
who could be my little sister. You know, she could be she could be almost my daughter, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And
I love it. I love it.
woman.
Well, your story right now, even Veronica shared, this resonates with me so much. I'm an Italian living in the UK, and I struggle with this as well. So you all, Becky, Stephanie, Teresa, because Rachel's unleashed you, you're now unleashing others. I call it igniting souls. Great job. There is a question, one of the questions, and you can help me with this, Becky, but Catherine asks a great question. We're not saying that anyone needs to buy from Rachel's site. We're saying that you can buy it from anywhere, but you just go to the unfilteredbook.com to submit your receipt to get the bonuses. Is this correct, Becky?
Yep. That's
Awesome.
correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm going to do, Becky. I'm going to throw in, you know what I'm going to throw in. I'm going to throw in for everybody here my own bonus. And my own bonus is Rachel published a book. I'm going to actually give people a course to publish their book. And here's what they need to do. They need to join. And I know maybe I'm doing this wrong, Becky, but I'm just going to say it. If they click the link in Facebook, they're going to be able to be part of the launch team. And why be part of the launch team? I'll tell you why, folks. Because the first couple weeks of a book launch is the most important. This is where people either, say, hey, this book, forget about it. Or people say, this book, there's something different about it. And so literally over the next couple weeks, we're going to keep the launch team going. And people are going to learn about the book launch. We have incredible things planned over the next couple weeks, including a great shot at Wall Street and USA Today. And so I'm giving away my write a book course. When people join the launch team, they get module 1. And when people submit an Amazon review, folks, that is so important. On launch day, if the book just has 0 Amazon reviews, it's not cool. And I love what one of the women said here. She liked my restaurant analogy. So thank you. She said that it makes sense. You don't have to eat everything at a restaurant to recommend the restaurant. No, you just need to sample a few things. Here it is. See, I'm not making it up. Stephanie thought I was making it up. I'm kidding. No, but Ali says, I agree. We've all sampled Rachel online. We all know the value she provides. We know her heart, and this is what is in this book. And so why not do an Amazon review? Video reviews are even better. And we have some instructions inside the launch team about, opening a certain incognito window and some really cool tricks and tips that you're going to learn about book launches. So I'm going to give you all one more minute. Here's what I want you to do. Daphne, wow, look at Daphne. I'm proud of you, Rachel. I suffer in silence. Listen, Daphne, you don't need to suffer anymore because there's a movement. It's called the Unfiltered movement, and it means nobody needs to suffer alone. Rachel could have hidden the fact that she's struggling with mental illness. She went live and said, I'm struggling. Her publisher honored her. I've honored her. Her street team's honored her. We're all honoring her on her biggest day of her life. When she's in Times Square, she's taking care of herself. And I just think that's so, wow, I'm going to remember that forever. So Stephanie, I'm going to you first. I want you to say one word that Rachel represents to you. And then one just brief request for people to get behind the message of the book. So Stephanie, you go first, my friend.
I would say for me, she's a hero because she goes first.
I
And then
love
she's
it.
doing it with this book. And that's what I see with this book is she's going first. She's
Wow.
the trailblazer. She goes out there and she learns the hard lessons. She puts herself on the front line, even with her mental illness stuff. She's trailblazing with that too. She's showing us how to be honest and truthful about what we're dealing with and to respect that you have to put yourself first. So to me, she's just a hero, a trailblazer, and this book is just that. And
I love
I
that.
don't know anyone who is considering starting a business or just trying to balance life like that shouldn't read this. Like, you should read this book. It will give you so many strategies and just stories to kind of carry you through the hard times, especially.
I love it. I love it. I love the word hero. You go first. I love that. Becky, what about you?
I'm going to say inspirational. You know, just everything that she's been doing and, you know, done, everything. I just keep learning about her. And it's just an inspiration to, she's an inspiration, I think, just to keep moving no matter, you know, what's going on in your life, you know, at the time. Because, you know, not everybody always knows our backstories or what's going on right now in the moment. But it's like still being able to show up as you and be real. And it's like I had someone you know, message me and say, hey, you shouldn't be sharing about your mental health online, you know. And it was like, well, you know, that's who I am. And I don't want to just be all about business, but I want, you know, people to know who I am too.
That's
so
right.
And I, you know, I've learned that from her. And as for her book Unfiltered, I wish I had it 5 years ago.
Yes.
When I found online marketing.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't have had to go from, you know, here to here to here to here.
Yes.
I probably would be further in my journey. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, Teresa, we're going to go to you. And here's what I would love. Patty says, I wear that t-shirt. So what I love for people to do as we end up closing here in a couple minutes, I'd love for you to put your word for Rachel. You know, because again, she's going to come back and read every single comment. And I'm just so proud of her. We're all proud of her. We're proud of Paul. I mean, folks, if you're the praying type, you know, lift up Paul because he's been amazing. Kellyanne has been amazing to run the business. Incredible. So I'm seeing words. I'm seeing people say, I've been waiting since May 5th. It will be here at 1:30. I got people listen, that's another thing, right, Stephanie? People all day can take pictures of the book unboxing. I heard, I'm not asking for this, but didn't you tell us really quick, Stephanie, and then we'll go to Teresa. Tell us about that challenge with the moms and the stomachs. Is that going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is that supposed to happen?
We posted in the group. So I think one of the things to respect is whatever you're comfortable with. But, you know, Rachel led the way. So if you feel inspired, we want to see pictures of your stomach with the book. I mean, be, you know, brave, be bold.
That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah. But I think it's going to create a movement. I think media is going to pay attention because they're going to say, look, the $1 trillion business of women having to be fake and be comparing themselves with something that is impossible, that's airbrushed. This is weighing on young women especially, but women of all ages. Guys, I mean, this is a human struggle. Teresa, what do you got, my friend?
I'm reading the comments and everybody's saying all the words, and one word is not enough. But one of them that I feel that we need to say, Rachel is a giver. She's an open-handed giver.
Wow.
She gives, she teaches, she puts herself out there, she does the work and brings it to us. And it's just up to us to take it and run with it. She doesn't expect nothing back from you. From the moment she just sends you a message, or she gives value, or she teaches, she's not expecting anything. She just gives. And this book, in my opinion, is Rachel giving. Hey, this is me. I am putting myself out there. I am going through all of this so you don't have to.
Wow.
And it's beautiful.
Wow. Well, listen, how do you end something like this? I don't know. And listen, I'm leading the show, so I'm gonna say a prayer for Rachel, okay? Because I just feel like Rachel needs our help today, on all days, and I feel like I'm just gonna say a prayer really quick to bless Rachel and Kellyanne, and I'm gonna first say goodbye to Stephanie and Becky and Teresa, and you all hang here still. I know you're in the green room, but I'm just gonna lead us in prayer, and then, folks, if this message and Rachel resonates with you, do not be quiet. It says, there's a quote that says, all the world needs for evil to prevail is for good people to stay quiet. Wow. If you say, oh, I care about mental illness, and you do nothing. If you say, oh, I love people when they're authentic, but you do nothing. Now is our time to mobilize, to stand up, to get this message out to the world. And I think it will literally save people's lives. I really believe that. So let me just say a quick prayer, right? God, we thank you for Rachel and Paul and Kellyanne, and we just pray for Rachel. We know she's caring for herself right now. She's putting mental health as a priority. We thank you so much for Hay House. We thank you for all of her followers, her friends, all the people that have stepped up, even the people that are haters that are saying, look, she offends me. There's something that's powerful and polarizing about Rachel in a good way. And if you're going to have truth in a message, you're going to have people oppose. So we just pray that this message goes out. We pray that we can just step up and that incredible lives would be changed, souls would be ignited. And this has just been so amazing to see Stephanie, Becky, Teresa, and the street team jump in and give. And this is just the beginning. So we pray this all in your name. All right, folks, that's it. I'm going to invite Stephanie back. You can wave goodbye. And what a launch. What a launch. Take care, everybody. Be a soul on fire. Get this book. Get your bonuses. Take care. We'll see you.